While we deal with sensitive issues like 377A, please remember that it is not the only subject on the national agenda. We have many other important matters to deal with. The 4G team are gearing up for the next chapter of the Singapore story. Recently, DPM Lawrence Wong launched Forward Singapore. The conversation is to build consensus on the kind of Singapore we want to see. We want to meet the enduring aspirations of every Singaporean, including a good start in life, regardless of background, affordable housing and childcare when you get married, opportunities to upgrade yourself throughout your career, and a healthy and fulfilling retirement in your golden years. How can we achieve this into the next generation? What specific goals should we set for ourselves? What do we need to do? What trade-offs do we have to make? How can we rally everyone to realize our shared vision? This is what the Forward Singapore conversation is about. I hope that through this exercise, we will better appreciate some enduring imperatives for Singapore. First, we must take pride in being Singaporeans, strengthen our national identity, and understand where our national interests lie. Our ethnic cultures and religious traditions are an important part of our identity. But first and foremost, we are all Singaporeans together. There will always be external forces pulling us in different directions. Singaporeans are being exposed to all sorts of persuasion and propaganda, misinformation and agitation, not least on social media and messaging apps. More so in a world riven by rivalries and tensions, with countries coming under pressure to support one side or the other. We need a strong sense of national identity to hold us together and give meaning to our nation building. We are Singaporeans, and that's why we will never stop working together to build a home that we are all proud of. Second, we must stay open and connected to the world. Globalization is on the wane, countries are turning inwards and protectionist, but Singapore is still a global city. We cannot survive in any other way. It's impossible for us to grow or make everything we need ourselves. Nor can we consume everything we produce, whether computer chips or pharmaceuticals or petrochemicals. To make a living, we will always require foreign investments, overseas markets, excellent transport and communications links with all parts of the world. The international tensions and uncertainties make our task harder, but countries will still do business with one another. MNCs will still look for places to invest. The world will still need financial centers and communication and transportation hubs. And if we are nimble and enterprising, we will get our share of these and more. Third, we must build a world-class talent pool in Singapore. We do our utmost to develop our own talent and enable every Singaporean to reach their fullest potential. But when it comes to top talent, we can never have enough. This is an age where talent makes all the difference to a nation's success. We need to focus on attracting and retaining top talent in the same way we focus on attracting and retaining investments. This is true not just of Singapore. Countries all over the world are making a special effort to court top international talents. Germany recently allowed skilled foreign professionals to live there even before they secure a job. Come first, look for the job later. The UK wants to attract the best and brightest at the beginning of their careers. Recently, it introduced a special visa for graduates from the top 50 universities in the world outside the UK. And if you look through the list, it includes NUS and NTU. In this global contest for talent, Singapore cannot afford to be creamed off or left behind. Singaporeans are rightly concerned about the impact of large numbers of non-residents living and working here. I talked about this last year. The government is following up to tackle the problems and ease these concerns. But while we manage the overall population of foreign professionals here, we must not stop seeking out top talent who can contribute to our Singapore story. Let me give you one example, the biomedical sciences. Like so many important projects in Singapore, the story started with Dr. Goh Keng Swee. In the 1980s, he saw the potential of biomedicine, and Dr. Goh set up the Institute of Molecular and Cell Biology, IMCB. Not everyone was persuaded. Some called it Goh's second folly, because the first one was Jurong Industrial Estate. That one succeeded. This one, they called it his second folly. They were not convinced. But we started. In the 1990s, we decided to make a big push on biomedicine. Mr. Philip Yeo became chairman of NSTB, the National Science and Technology Board, which later we renamed A-STAR. We scoured top universities and research institutes for the best biomedical scientists, researchers, engineers. Philip went around the world to pitch to them personally. He persuaded some of the top names in their fields. He called them the whales, as well as younger rising stars. They were taken by our vision and they moved here. They moved their labs here, they moved their students here, they moved their team here. They did good work here. The whales mentored our local talents who were then still new to the field. Philip called our local talents guppies. We awarded scholarships to hundreds of guppies to study biomedical sciences all the way to PhD. And the guppies trained under the whales with the goal that one day they themselves would grow into whales. So we created an ecosystem for the biomedicine business and started on a long journey to become a biomedical hub. Our early guppies have matured. Homegrown scientists are now doing cutting-edge R&D. Quite a few have become principal researchers, leading their own teams. Others have founded startups to develop and commercialize their discoveries. Today, our biomedical sector is thriving. It employs 25,000 workers and contributes almost 1/5 of our manufacturing GDP. We've also attracted major projects, including from Sanofi and BioNTech. These are leading firms for vaccine manufacturing facilities. BioNTech is the second half of Pfizer-BioNTech, the vaccines which many of us have taken for COVID. It's a German company. When I met Chancellor Merkel last year, before she retired, she says, I hear BioNTech is going to Singapore. They take note. It is significant. It means something to them. It means a lot to us. During COVID, our researchers, both Singaporeans and non-Singaporeans, made significant contributions. They helped maintain the international GISAID database, which facilitates sharing of COVID genomic data worldwide. They developed test kits and other diagnostics. They enabled us to understand international progress on vaccine development, tap into industry networks, and thus secure vaccines and therapeutics early for our people. That's why we had the know-how, we had the confidence, we were prepared to take bets, we placed bets early, and our bets paid off, and we were able to vaccinate Singaporeans months before we would otherwise have been able to, saving time, saving lives, making a huge difference to Singapore. Had we not sought out top talent 30 years ago, and then continued to build up our biomedical research teams and activities and develop homegrown talent, all this would never have happened. This is the difference that top talent can make. We have a window of opportunity now. All the dark clouds around us have a silver lining, because at such times, our trusted Singapore brand of quality, reliability, and efficiency, our reputation, gives us a competitive edge. And our track record tackling COVID makes us stand out even more. Singapore has attracted the interest of many talented people and international companies. Those with special talents and skills are looking for places to move to where they and their families feel safe and welcome, and where they can make an impact. Businesses want to invest in places where the talent is. The business follows the talent. And they also look for the places where the politics and policies are stable and where the system works. And that's why, even during the pandemic, EDB continued to bring in many good projects. And even now, we have a very strong investment pipeline of potential projects whom we have a good chance of getting. We must seize this opportunity to secure Singapore's place in the post-COVID world. We already have schemes to attract and retain top talent, especially in the technology industry, IT. But we need to do more, especially in the sectors with good potential. We want to make top talent everywhere sit up, pay attention, and think seriously about coming to Singapore. MOM, MTI, and the economic agencies will soon announce new initiatives to achieve this. If we can get the people we want to come here, it will really help Singapore to shine brightly as a hub of innovation, entrepreneurship, and growth. And it will make our own talent want to stay in Singapore to participate in building a dynamic and outstanding nation. And every Singaporean will benefit from our progress and success.